Hello everyone. You're probably wondering why we're over on the computer bench today instead of the workbench. Well, I decided I'd go outside of my comfort zone a little bit. I think you all remember the little graphics transistor tester that I put together a while back. Well, the thing's been working good. I've never put it in a case. And you know, it's got circuit trace sort of connections on the bottom, you know, and you set it down, and apparently I set it on something and messed it up. So I want to show you my error that I was getting. Okay, when you turned it on, you can see here in this picture that there is some strange characters up here on the screen, right in the voltage range. I'll zoom in on that just a little bit. And we first thought maybe it was the LCD was going bad, but you could also use the thing, and as you can see right there, you can see now this character has moved to a different place. So some kind of way I have corrupted the Omega 328 chip in this tester, and that is what's causing the error. There's nothing wrong with the LCD screen. In fact, I took a buddy of mine and plugged it in, did the same thing. I plugged my screen into his and it was fine. So no problem with the LCD display. So well over a year ago I bought one of these off the internet, and this was like the first models that come out, and you can see that was our Atmel chip here, and I don't know what caused it. I think I tested a capacitor that was still charged up, and it knocked the programming out. So over on the EEV blog, there's a thread called the $20 LCR ESR Transistor Resistor Tester thread, and I went in there and spent some time in that reading. So I populated the board with a connector and spent a bunch of time trying to reprogram this. I never could get it to reprogram. I had bought this USBasp programmer off the internet. I think it won't but like $1 and some change, free shipping. Took several weeks to get it. This is what I tried to program with. Never could get it to work right. I went on and bought another one, and it was only like a couple of bucks. And this one has a jumper, and it has an unpopulated jumper here for flashing the EEPROM. And I tried it and never could get it to work. Don't know what it was. Me, yes. I am, you know, not good at programming Atmel chips in this fashion. I have in the past done a lot of card programming, like key lock cards and stuff, you know, that has an Atmel built in, and I do some quick programming, but it seems like the Atmel chips and devices like this has always given me a big problem. And I was trying to use a program called Extreme Burner, but like I said, I never could get it to work right. So with all that, what I decided to do is start working on this one and see if I can reprogram it. I ordered a new chip from Banggood. It was $3 and some change, free shipping, in case, you know, I couldn't get this one programmed. No problems. So in the thread on EEV blog, the guy showed how to mount a header and run jumper wires on the board so you can plug into this 6-pin header, and you have several connections in the back You have to run a jump across here for power. There's a ground trace here, and you run it, then you run this down here for reset. So I tried that and failed miserably. I came up with several different error codes, and I will link all these error codes down below so you can see it, but I'll just show you one here. And you can see in this one it gave a invalid update specification. This one I have read quite a bit about it on the internet, and I still don't understand it. Some people say it's bogus and just needs to put a -F in front of it to get rid of it, but it's warning cannot set SCK period. Please check the USBasp firmware update. And it gives an error, program enabled, target doesn't answer. So I've been fighting that for the past week, trying to get through this error. And I was trying to program through the header pin that was mounted on the transistor tester. So how do we get rid of these errors? We've got to try to reprogram the chip. And I'm sorry I don't have screen capture software on this computer. I cannot get it to work for some reason. So we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way by pointing the camera at the screen. First thing you're going to need to do is download Arduino 6.1 and unzip this to a folder on your C drive called Arduino. You can get the Mega 328 kit, and then inside of it you'll find your two files that you'll need to write to your chip. One is a .eep file and the other one is a .hex file. So you'll have to have both of those. Get those and unzip them to the same folder that you put Arduino in. The next step you'll need to do is, after you get AVR installed, is plug your USBasp programmer in. And you're going to see it come up at the bottom, found new hardware installing. Excuse me. And it's going to get to the point where it's going to ask you about a driver. Do not let it search for a driver. At this point, what you want to do is redirect it and install the driver that comes with Mega 328 kit. And once you get that installed and driver installed, you should be good to go. So basically all you need to do is take your programmer, remove the two screws, and remove the Mega 328 chip. Here on the screen is a diagram on how you connect the programming cable to the Omega 328. You'll also need an 8 megahertz chip, crystal that'll go in between pins 9 and 10, and just connect up your wiring as shown. Pin 1 is the reset, go to pin 5 with a connector. VCC it's on pin 7 of the chip, it's going to go to pin 2 of the connector. Ground on pin 8 will go to pin 10 on the connector. Your crystals will go between 9 and 10. Pin 17 will come around to pin 1 of your connector. Pin 18 will go to pin 9 of your connector. And pin 19 will go to pin 7 of your connector. And when you get it all done, it'll basically look like this. It's better if you use colored wires if you're just starting out on this. Probably the same color as what's in the picture I just showed you, and this way it'll help you to get all the orientation of the wires correctly. So now basically what we're going to do is do some old-fashioned program, and we're going to go to command prompt, and we're going to type cd / cd AVR dude, and we're now into the AVR dude folder. Once you're into the AVR folder, type AVR dude.exe, and that brings up the program. Now you can write batch files to do this, and it makes it a whole lot quicker. We got our programmer connected to our USB port and plugged into our breadboard. So now what we need is a string of code, so we can write the EEP file and the hex file to the chip. And here, highlighted in blue, is a string of code that we're going to use, and it's a very long string. And all we do is just highlight this code and copy it. And now I'm going to go back to AVR dude. We're going to right click up here at the top. We're going to go to edit, and we're going to go paste. And now our code is pasted into the command line. Once we do that, we'll hit enter. And it is now programming our code into the chip. And it will write the hex and the EEP file. This string tells it what chip we're using and what programs we want to use. If everything goes well, we shouldn't get no errors. It's verified the flash and writing. It's reading and doing another verify, and boom, everything is gone. So no errors, look like everything come up right. So now all we need to do is take our chip and put it back in our tester. Now that our chip has been programmed and reinstalled back into our tester, all we're going to do is just turn it on and see what we get. I can already tell you my battery voltage is low, but there was no strange characters on the screen, so we have taken care of the problem. And as you can see, it says not calibrated. Well, there's two things we're going to need. One is a jumper to short all three probes, and the other one's going to be a capacitor. And this capacitor comes with a kit just for calibration. So we're going to turn it on. We're going to hold it down. We're going to go to self-test. We're going to click the button, and it's telling us to short the probes. I'm going to start our little shorting terminal. And it's going to go through the calibration procedure. I was going to cut this part out of the video, but I just wanted everybody to go ahead and just see it. Just, you know, everything that's going on. and when it's happening, and it'll take a few minutes to go through. Now it's telling us to isolate the probes. This is always the boring part, waiting. But it'll get there eventually. And it's going to ask us very shortly, and there it goes, to install our capacitor. And it's telling us to put it between 1 and 3. And that is installed. And it's going to do some testing. I constantly get emails. In one account I have over 999 plus unread emails. And I tell you guys, it's almost impossible to get to all of them. I'm ranging now over 100 emails a day. So if you email me and I don't respond, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just that it takes so long to go through emails. And it's just, you know, it's getting worse every day. And the test had ended. Okay, we're going to just go here to switch off power. We'll take our chip out. I'm going to just install a 100 ohm resistor. And it's reading 98.8 ohm. So not bad. So our little tester is back up and running. Again, I am no professional at programming Atmel chips, and I have struggled with this for the last year. But I got a little understanding of what was going on, and was able to come back today and hook it all up and get it working right. And I will tell you, always check your wiring. If your wiring ain't right, your program is not going to work. It's going to give you errors, and you will be chasing rabbits down long holes. So anyway, I hope this video was useful to you. I haven't seen any videos online about programming these units. So the next one I will get to is this older one, and try to get it back working again. And I do have a replacement for that one, and it's sitting over there, and I've mounted it in a case, so I have no issues with this one at all. It seems to work real good. Also remember that whenever you change the battery out, you've got to recalibrate again. I'll also leave a link down below to the thread on the EEV blog. But a lot of thanks go out to Tom666. He's the one that really showed this process good. Another guy I'd like to just give a thanks to is I think he pronounced Mauroh. He's from Germany. He's gave a lot of good information in this thread also. But you can see here, this thread is 85 pages long strong. A lot of information in here if you have one of these devices. And I'll link this down below. And a real big thanks to, I think you pronounce this mauroh, M-A-U-R-O-H. I'm sorry, I'm not good with some of these names. but I think that's how you pronounce it. He's from Italy. He shows how to connect everything up if you want to do onboard programming. And he also the one that has helped me out with some of the coding and the strings that I needed to get AVR Dude working and to get this program going. And big thanks to him. He's been a big help. Anyway, if you got comments, please leave them down below. Again, I'll put links and files on my website on how to do this. And I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll catch you next time.